U.S. Citizenship Test, Part 12, Upholding American Values. The winter winds were calmer today as Mark walked to the community center, but he could feel the energy building inside him. This was it, the final conversation with Anne before his official citizenship test. Everything had led up to this moment, and while Mark had already embraced the responsibilities of being an engaged citizen, today's focus was about something deeper, upholding the values that made America what it was. The test was more than just knowledge. It was about internalizing the values of freedom, equality, and justice. Mark entered the familiar study room for the last time, greeted by Anne's warm smile. This meeting felt different. It was about reflection, tying together all that he had learned.
Mark, you've reached the end of your journey. Today's session is about the core values of this country, what makes America unique. You're prepared for the test, but more importantly, you're prepared for what comes after.
I'm ready, Anne. I feel like everything we've talked about has brought me closer to understanding what it really means to be a part of this country.
Good. Today, we're going to reflect on those values, what unites people here, and what keeps democracy alive. Let's get started. Question: what is one core value outlined in the Declaration of Independence? A. Wealth. B. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. C. Military power.
Answer: B. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Correct. The Declaration of Independence states that all people have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Why do you think these values are so central to American identity?
I think it's because they're universal. Everyone wants to live freely and be able to pursue their dreams. These values make sure that no one is treated unfairly.
Exactly. These principles are at the heart of American democracy, reminding us that the government exists to protect these fundamental rights for everyone. They are the foundation of what it means to live in a free society.
Mark reflected on how powerful those words were. They had shaped the country's history and continued to serve as a reminder of the ideals that brought people together. These were more than just words in a document. They were the essence of freedom.
Now, let's talk about another value that ties into the idea of fairness, equality under the law. Question: what does equality under the law mean? A. That everyone is treated the same, no matter their background. B. That laws apply differently depending on income. C. That only citizens are protected by the law.
Answer: A. That everyone is treated the same, no matter their background.
Exactly. Equality under the law means that no matter who you are, rich or poor, citizen or immigrant, everyone is treated the same when it comes to the law. Why do you think this is so important?
Because without equality, people wouldn't trust the system. If some people were treated better or worse, the law wouldn't be fair, and it would cause divisions.
That's right. Equality under the law is a cornerstone of justice. It ensures that everyone has access to the same rights and protections, which is essential for maintaining a fair and just society.
Mark could see how this principle of equality was woven through everything he had learned. It was what made the country's justice system work. It was what held the fabric of society together, ensuring that no one was above or below the law.
Now, let's turn to another important American value: freedom of religion. Question: what does freedom of religion mean? A. You must follow one national religion. B. You can choose to practice any religion or none at all. C. Only certain religions are allowed.
Answer: B. You can choose to practice any religion or none at all.
Correct. The First Amendment guarantees the freedom of religion, meaning the government cannot force anyone to follow a specific religion or prevent them from practicing their own. Why do you think this freedom is so important in America?
I think it's because religion is personal, and people should have the freedom to follow their beliefs or not believe at all. Forcing religion would take away that personal freedom.
Exactly. Freedom of religion is about respecting individual choice and ensuring that everyone can follow their conscience without government interference. It's one of the most fundamental expressions of personal liberty in the U.S.
Mark thought about the freedom he now had, not just to believe as he chose, but to live in a country that respected those choices. It was a reminder of the power of personal liberty and how it shaped every citizen's life. Anne leaned forward, her tone soft but filled with pride.
Mark, this is it. You've learned about the Constitution, the rights and responsibilities of citizenship, and now the values that hold this country together. I'm so proud of how far you've come.
Thank you, Anne. I feel like I understand not just the test, but what it means to live by these values every day.
And that's the most important part. Citizenship is a journey that continues beyond the test. It's about carrying these values with you and ensuring they guide your actions.
Mark stepped outside, the winter sun casting long shadows on the snowy streets. He felt a deep sense of pride, not just for having completed his lessons, but for embracing the values that made the country special. He was ready to become a citizen, not just in name, but in spirit, prepared to uphold the values of freedom, equality, and justice that he had come to respect so deeply. As Mark reflects on the values that make up the foundation of America, think about this. How do values like freedom, equality, and justice shape the way we live together as citizens?
Question for the audience: what is one core value protected by the First Amendment? A. Freedom of speech. B. The right to vote. C. The right to a fair trial. Understanding the core values of freedom helps ensure we protect the rights of all citizens in our democracy.
Here are 5 words and phrases related to the theme of U.S. Citizenship Test. Part 12. Upholding American Values.
Equality under the law. The principle that all people are treated equally by the legal system, regardless of their background or status. Pursuit of happiness. The right to seek personal fulfillment and success, as stated in the Declaration of Independence. Freedom of religion. The right to practice any religion or no religion without government interference. Liberty. The state of being free within society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority on one's way of life, behavior, or political views. Justice. The fair and impartial treatment of all individuals under the law, ensuring that rights are protected and wrongdoings are addressed.